from 284 AD to 476 AD, where manor life began to come into existence.
When Rome was taken out, many people were lost without a central government to dictate the people.
When people were lost and didn't know where to go, they started forming their own governments and land.
This is manor life.
Back when Rome and most of Europe had no big central government, after multiple attacks from the Germanic tribes, they took down Rome. Why though?
The reason many of the people in the Germanic tribes took down Rome is because they were migrating and trying to find a place to settle and live.
So most of Europe was lost and confused and didn't know what to do. So what they did was built manors all over Europe for houses, and we are going to explain all the parts of a manor.
A manor was mostly comprised of agricultural lands, a village whose people worked on the land.
Manor house that the Lord lived in, and the Lord would either own the estate or controlled it, but most times both. Manors also had woods, orchards, lakes, ponds, and other junk or not junk.
They also have farms and multiple fields for farming.
No, I'm gonna list the rest of these things that could be in a manor really quick. So they had water mill, workshops, serfs' houses. Serfs were people, low class people, a type of slave, if you will. Church, priest house, bakery, blacksmith, pasture, a well, a tannery, and a tannery is where you would make leather, and that's about it.
But that's mostly all the stuff about manors. Now we're going to talk about feudalism in Europe and Japan.
Feudalism is the dominant social system in medieval Europe, in which nobility held lands for the crown in exchange for military service, and the vassals were interns of the nobles, while the peasants, like serfs, had to live on the lord's land and give him homage.
Also, they would have to do labor and a share of all their produce nationally in exchange for military protection.
European knights gained lands from their lord for doing their military services, but in Japan, the samurais were not given any land or other ownership of other things.
Both Europe and Japan, they had different views on women. In Europe, they didn't treat them in good ways, but in Japan, women were treated better, and they could even become a samurai and help in war.
In Europe, the inheritance would go to the select firstborn, but sometimes it would go to the most capable in the family. But in Japan, whoever was capable enough was solely the one who was the most capable, and they would adopt a son to take the inheritance as well. But it could also go to totally unrelated people and people that they wouldn't know, or relatives.
That's the end of our presentation. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope we get good grades. Bye.